Welcome to Coombeshead, the home of our rewilding and species recovery course. This is a truly unique experience for you to learn about rewilding by not only learning all the background information and gaining that knowledge, but coming here to Coombeshead Rewilding to actually see it for yourself and to see how we're helping to recover a landscape into this amazing rewilding site.
So what we're doing here is we have two farms. We have two farms that were ex-dairy farms. They were used to milk cattle until 20-25 years ago, and in result they've been significantly enriched with nitrates and phosphates. The biodiversity in terms of both vegetation and the species that aggregate on the land is just very little left. So we're engaged in one large project, and the project is to basically take these landscapes and do every single thing we can to change them for nature, be it from the creation of multiple complexes of ponds, or from the installation of rock mounds for reptiles, to planting thousands and thousands of trees. It's to do everything we possibly can to reverse the appeal of this land from one which is barren and lifeless to create a landscape that nature can move back into and use to its fullest extent. You come to a rewilding course here because we can show you just exactly how most of this works. It's not just a few cows in a field or using a transect to identify vegetation. We can show you the structures you can build. We can show you techniques we've tried which have succeeded. We can also show you some of the things we've done which perhaps haven't ended in the way we thought. We also, as part of the landscape change, and so it goes from a landscape that's basically entirely flat because it's been ploughed and cultivated for perhaps, in some parts of the landscape would be cultivated in the Bronze Age, but most of the stuff in modern times since the 60s, to one that's up and down, where there are ephemeral pools, where the pigs have been wallowing through the summer, and disturbed seed beds where plants like yellow and red bartsia come through. And in conjunction with that, the other thing that's quite unique about this site is that we're building a thing called the Species Restoration Centre, and the focus of that facility is going to be to look at a whole range of different threatened British wildlife species. There are very many organisations talk about the restoration of, be it black grouse or black storks or water voles or mole crickets. We're actually going to have the creatures here in increasing numbers. We're going to figure out how you start with small pools of them and build up populations that are viable enough to generate a surplus for reintroduction, and we're going to show you how to do that. So nobody else does this sort of thing on this scale. It's quite a unique facility within the British Isles. So if you come to look at the Rewilding Centre here, then we'll also be able to show you just exactly what we're doing with species.
The other massive benefit of this course is that there's also a species recovery centre here, and so you'll get to experience a range of animals, from wild cats and storks to even wild plants and water voles. So it's a really unique course where you can come and learn about how important it is not only to rewild land, but to recover species by breeding and reintroducing them, or helping to bolster wild populations.
The best part was just getting to do all the different surveys and going around and learning how that can help and monitor the progress of rewilding, and also just how complicated it is and how much you have to just experiment and see what happens as well. That's such a big part of it. Yeah, it's really interesting.
So I really recommend that you look further into this course and see what you think, and we'll look forward to seeing you on one of the courses. And if you have any questions, just let us know and we're happy to help.